Good afternoon, good morning, and good day, and it's your boy Big Buppo, and yeah, it's definitely not morning for me. In fact, I just finished a live stream on YouTube. We're just doing a really chill thing, like nothing too serious. It was one of those days. My Fridays are the more interesting days, but I do live stream on Tuesday nights now, around 9 p.m. I usually start around 8:30 to 9 p.m. and we'll usually finish around 11 p.m. Meanwhile, my Friday live streams can start anywhere between 8 p.m., but we'll always finish around 1 in the morning. So if I'm not starting at 8, I start at 11. But yeah, this build, very fun. I called it the Echo Knight. The idea is that it's a Knight Rider using the Knight Rider glaive, exactly like the Phantom / Ash of War. What inspired me to make this was simply just the Phantom / Ash of War. And an old concept that my buddy came up with for a D&D character. It was really cool. It was really neat. So he had created what he called an Echo Knight in D&D, where it's like a spectral knight that could like create copies of himself and perform attacks. So like his multi-strike as the fighter, because it was like a fighter like subclass division or something. So instead of his multi-attack just being a multi-attack where he attacks multiple times, it would be him like cloning himself and using essentially his shadow clones to do those attacks with him. And I'm like, oh, that's a really cool concept. And I saw Phantom Slash, and oh my god, I just kept hitting him with that same move over and over. That's silly. But yeah, I tried Phantom Slash, and it's like a really interesting move. It's like pseudo hyper armor. Like if you use it like you have hyper armor, you're gonna trade, you're gonna tank the hit. Best case scenario, you hit your opponent twice. Worst case scenario, you hit them once for a shit ton of damage because it's still an Ash of War and it scales off of strength, I believe. I don't exactly remember. It could actually be a quality Ash of War. It might scale better off of Dex or something, but it's a strength weapon. This is pretty much a pure strength build, and the joke is just using a very strong halberd. Now, I don't remember how any of these fights go. I don't remember. Like, this footage is old. This footage isn't, like, last patch old. We're still on the same patch, unfortunately. We have yet to see a new patch, but watch me put out this video, and the new patch comes out. The rumor is that it's going to come out on the 27th for a new patch on Elden Ring. Normally, they do their patching on Tuesdays, though, so that's why I'm a little confused, but we'll see. We are the 25th on the night of this recording. By the time I'm going to be done this recording, it's going to be the 26th. So, and it should be the same day it uploads. Now, yeah, it's we've been waiting for a patch, man. It's been rough in the Elden Ring community. Since then, I've actually joined a few Discords, been part of a few conversations, been doing collaborations with different streamers and YouTubers, just having a good time all together. There's this funny little series called Recusant Radio that is run by Weird Things, a very good YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, you definitely should. Really good content, Australian fellow, very entertaining, very smart guy too. If you ever get a chance to talk to that dude, chat with that guy, cool dude, cool dude. And yeah, same thing with Frozen Meat. I think I've already talked about him on the channel, or if you've been watching the live streams, he's been in the chat, so really cool dude. Really good content. He's slowly getting back into Elden Ring as well. And yeah, we were on Recusant Radio. We gave our opinion. That should be an episode that's going to be coming out eventually. I don't know when, I don't know how soon, but it'll be fun. I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited to see it. Even got the chance to speak with Drunk Souls, bigger YouTuber, much bigger YouTuber than I am. So is Weird, way bigger YouTuber than I am. And they make interesting content. They make good content. So, and it was reassuring to hear from them that, like, across the board, views are down for Elden Ring because we need a patch. We need a patch. We've been waiting for a patch, and it's been brutal. It's been a long wait. It's been a little miserable because, like, you know, balancing could do some help. Also, look at that. Look at that. It's an Ash of War, so you can't really parry it, but it's so slow too that, like, it's got this timing that's weird for the parry. And even if you land the parry, you might get hit by the shadow hit. Like, I really like Phantom Slash. I ended up really liking this build. The tracking isn't always the best, so if that gets buffed, this is going to be like a top tier Ash of War, like S tier level Ash of War. This is a good Ash of War. This is a recommended Ash of War. This is an Ash of War that you should try 1000%. You should try a build with Phantom Slash. But is it the best Ash of War? No, there's plenty that outshine it. It is not the most reliable at all times, but it hits hard. And on a strength build with that halberd, with the way this build looks, like the aesthetics, all of it, it's not just a nice build to look at, it's a strong build to use. Now, the original idea for this build and what I was trying to do was I had Mimic tier on, or sorry, not Mimic tier on, but I had the Summon Ashes on, because the idea is I wanted to turn a 2v2 into a 4v2, and that was the joke. So I'd use Mimic tier, and my Mimic would also use Phantom Slash, and then it's like, oh, we're a squadron, we're like a group of 4 soldiers attacking the enemy. And when I remember when I was going to record, like I always practice my build before I record it, like a day or two before the recording, just to get a feel for it. So I practiced my build, and I'm like, alright, there's a few people playing this, it's going to be fun, you know, interesting footage to make. It's going to be entertaining for people who, you know, don't usually duel with mimics. And then on the day of the recording, no one was using Summon Ashes. No one. I could not find a single game. I was finding a bunch, and then not a single person was using it. And I think it was around the time where, like, the meta was, like, really getting established in this patch. Like, I took some time to make this video, and now that, like... Now I bet that there's no one at all who even considers using summons. So maybe that's something we could do on a live stream. We could do like themed summons. I could bring back the Phantom Slasher over here, the Echo Knight. But look at that! Look at that! Look at that damage! This is what I'm talking about. I don't know how that last hit, but like it all came together. You know what? It all came together and it all fell apart for my opponent. And that's what I'm talking about. That's when this Ashe shines, that's what it looks like. It's slept on. It's underrated. Or it's rated exactly where it should be. Like, I'd consider this Ashe of War maybe in high B tier or mid A tier. Not low A tier. I think there's a few Ashes that are good, but not as good. And look how good it is at catching mages. That's what I love the most about it. Not only is it basically a ranged attack, it's like a ranged spell that'll cancel anything that a mage has to throw at you. It's also just... It closes the gap. So if they start running away, it's like, well, you're right there with them. Especially if that first hit lands and staggers them, which most mages just wear like light armor. It's gonna destroy them. It's gonna kill. Also, I don't know what this guy's build is. Like, he's got Loretta's, so it's probably int damage base. But he's got good drip. He's using 2 though, and he paid dearly for it. That's the thing. If you break their poise and that catches, that first hit of the Ashe catches, the next is almost a guaranteed swipe. It's so good. It's so good. I love this Ashe of War. Rewatching the footage, I'm falling back in love with this Ashe of War. This became one of my favorite Ashes of War, and I don't know why I don't use it. I think it's because it aesthetically bothers me that it's a Knight Rider, so I only enjoyed using it as a Knight Rider myself. So here I am, you know, not using the Knight Rider, but it is what it is. But yeah, Phantom Slash, pretty good. I think I might make another build, like a death-inspired build, right? Using Great Scythe, wearing the shroud that comes with the unaltered Knights Riders armor. I think I'm actually using the proper names. That's crazy. Good job, Buppo, learning actual names for once. I think it's just because I'm tired. It was a good live stream. But look at that, look at that. And you can change the directions. Like, if you free aim it, that's another thing that's interesting. So you can lock on, shoot the Ashe, have it, use it like a ranged weapon, like a ranged tool, and then unlock and go in the opposite direction. So they're going to expect, like, to try to parry you or something, or they're expecting the attack, so they'll roll, anticipating it. And all of a sudden, you're at the other end of the map, and it's like, what? But yeah, see, if that would have hit, that would have been a different story. Oh, he's using the Sleep Torch. I forgot about this guy. What a build. How interesting. Yeah, he's... Oh, and he would get so much damage in, like, catching you on sleep and hitting you with a full blast, like, fire spell like that. That's brutal. I think... You know what? I like this guy's build. I might make, like, the Flame Master like this, or start using, like, torches and, like, pyromancy. That looks like a fun build. Oh, look at that. His damage was good, but so was mine. And GG. GG. If he was a little more aggressive, I think he would have beaten me. But he was playing a little too much that distance game. And that's the thing. Phantom Slash can close the distance. I think, personally, it could be considered a solid anti-mage tool. That's what I was using it as. Because, like, technically, this guy, he's a faith mage, but he's still a mage. He's casting ranged spells, and he's only coming in to try to get that sleep. So let's see how well he does in this second match here. So, trying to close the gap, trying to get those torch plunges. Just missed the Burnal Flame. If that would have got me, that would have done a lot of damage. Unfortunately for him, it didn't hit, but that one did, and that was fortunate for him. Now, this is me taking a huge risk. Huge risk. I tried jumping attack that one time, and it killed me. I think that happened in one of the last videos. That was pure luck. That was pure luck because I was right in the middle of those flame pillars. Now, he would have died either way because the phantom killed him, but the fact that, like, I zoomed in and didn't take any fire damage, absolutely insane. Sometimes I'm a little lucky. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend that it's all skill. There's luck involved as well for me. And that's the thing with this game, like, certain scenarios, certain situations, like, you can't say it's all skill. Another Ash of War that goes really well on this Knight Rider Glaive, though, I have to say, is Warcry. Like, the Warcries, Braggart's Roar, whatever. Like, the Roar ones that give it the stabby moveset. Very strong, very good on a strength build. Absolutely killer. But, because that's what I was using to, I think, no, not to make this build. That's just something I do sometimes for the damage output. Because, you know, spear hit, counter damage on this, on a strength weapon like this, oof, 10 out of 10. Not going so well for me in this one, clearly. Gugs is one of my favorite weapons. Can I turn this around? Do I turn this around? I feel like I don't. Oh, did I speak too soon? I remember winning a lot with this build. I remember winning a lot. There were some close calls, but... no, okay, we don't win this one. He had the dagger out. He had the dagger out. That's a pretty good combination. Ultra Greatswords with a offhand, like, dagger or wakizashi, just to get that free hit. I personally use a Kaistis because I think it's funnier to punch someone in the face, but, like, wakizashi I think has probably one of the best ranges for daggers. So you're going to want to use that. I've had that used a lot against me, and it's always been good. But look at that. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that anti-mage. Close the back. Close the gap, sorry. Forcing them to play the game, because that's what mages don't want. They don't actually want to play Elden Ring. They want to stand in the background and shoot their spells, and sling their missiles, and shoot their ice beams, and shoot their stars of ruin. No, you don't let them. You hit them with Phantom Slash, it stuns them, keeps them in place, and you close the gap with the next attack. And because they're wearing robes, that's at least half their health. Gone. Destroyed. And all of a sudden, it's like, uh-oh, I have to engage with the mechanics of the game. I have to actually roll. I have to actually attack back. Oh, fuck no. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. I've only ever stood 10 meters away and pressed one button because that's what this game is about, right? It's doing that? No. Look at that, look at that. Close the gap. Now we have to fight. This guy's not a mage, this guy's a faith user. That's another thing that I've noticed in this game. People who run faith builds, or the faith mages, at least they'll fight back. At least they have a semblance of, like, we'll do a bit of melee, we do a bit of PvP. But your average mage, bro, there's not a lot of battle mages out there. And whenever I play a battle mage, I get my ass beat because, like, it just costs so much mind and int to cast most of these spells. Ah, yes, what a build. What a build. I'm going to use a exploit in the game build. To be fair, I think it's one of the best ways to run that shield, unfortunately. It's a little silly, but it works. It works. And he's using the goo hammer. Big respect. Phantom Slash coming in clutch, though. Did you see that? Did you see how Phantom Slash came in clutch for me once again? I get hit, but my Phantom doesn't, and he rushes in, and he does the work for me. It literally feels like using the Phantom Slash on this build, genuinely feels like you have a gank. Like, you can gank the gankers. You have an NPC player that you can control that is actually there to help you. And you know what? It's you, so you can rely on him the best. Like, it's only for one attack. It's only like the JoJo stand attack. But, like, look at that. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. He went for the backstab and he got hit with what? Like the hilt of the blade in the back? Insane. Insane. And even if he wouldn't have gotten hit, he would have had to dodge the second hit. I'm in love with this build. I forgot about this footage. I forgot that it existed. I was like, oh no, I need to put out a video for tomorrow, and I don't think I have anything edited. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I didn't do the Echo Knight yet. I have it all chopped up. I have it all edited down, but I never did the voice recording for this. Well, there you go. And that's, look, that's a meta setup. Homie's got the defenses, and look at how much damage he still takes from this. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, run Phantom Slash. Run Phantom Slash on the Knight Rider's Glaive. It works. It just works. It just works. It just does damage. It just absolutely claps cheeks inwards, alright? I don't say this a lot about my builds. Most of the time, I tell you my builds are actually garbage, and they end up being garbage. In fact, I have a build coming up that, if you guys like the bow build, you're going to like this build. Because it's the absolute worst version of the bow build, and I don't mean that in a positive way. At least the bow build, you could actually like fight a bit. At least like there was like some damage. You could win games with it. This next build, I think I have to re-record footage to get more wins. That's how bad it was. I think I dropped down like 3 ranks or something in the PvP like ranking system, and it's hard to drop in this. Like, good lord. Also, I like this pumpkin man, the golden pumpkin man over here. Very cool. Look at that, with the faith too, like the little faith buff makes him look shiny. I love that. I love that. I love my fellow Gord gods out there. I love my fellow Gord lords, my pumpkins. You know, slay pumpkin. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, good builds. Good builds. 10 out of 10. I've always wanted to run that exact build actually with the sacred blade. Or the Golden Order Blade, I forget what it's called. Look. I can only get so many names so right for so long, alright? It's only a matter of time before I degenerate back to regular Big Buppo content, where we have no idea what we're saying or what we're talking about. Look at that. Phantom Slash coming in clutch with the Phantom Range. Phantom Slash on Phantom Range, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All you need is a bad connection. Turn on the microwave, open the window, let the Wi-Fi out. Why do I have 3 matches against this guy in a row? What was I smoking? Don't worry about it. It is what it is. It be what it be. It's good content either way. And like, look, it's a pumpkin man. We trust the pumpkin man. We love the pumpkin man. We fight the pumpkin man. Now, it may sound like I'm actually losing my mind, and that's because I am. It's been a long day. For those of you who don't know, I am working with children again. I'm working as a, coach again. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I actually do love my job. But during the summer, which is now, oh my god, what was that? My man was lag switching. The McDonald's Wi-Fi is activated. Oh, but look! And that's going to be a stalemate. Watch this. We don't lose that. That's a stalemate. Phantom Slash always coming in clutch, dude. We fight 4 fights in a row. The Gord God, he's all happy about it too. I kept these for a reason, and that's right, because this guy's a homie. This is a good sport. This is someone who is not raging. This is someone who is enjoying their time playing this game, and we need more of that. This is old footage. I think Elden Ring players are losing hope. I think Elden Ring players are not feeling this joy in the game anymore, because, like, well, we haven't had a patch, and we're starving for a patch. We're starving for DLC. We're starving for new content / improved gameplay. That's what we need. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're praying for. We're begging Daddy Miyazaki every day. But I look at this footage and I realize it's not just that it was a slightly better time. Oh, and he got the win. That's why I kept this in. Because after that many fights, he gets the win, and he deserves the win. And it's all about good sportsmanship. Like, look at that. 3 fights in a row. And he didn't, he won the last one. He lost 3 in a row, but he was still a good sport about it. And he earned the win at the end. And you know what? Mad respect. Love people like that. Those are the people I like fighting. And this is what we need more in the community. I'm telling you guys right now, like, it's easy to be a doomer. I mean, I've been doomering about this game a little bit too. And a few people I know in the community have as well. And it's fair, like, there's a million reasons to be that way, but then there's a million reasons to be happy too, because you get, like, the Gord Lords out there, you get the Goblin Men out there. I'm looking at you, you guys know, you get the Goblin Boys, we get the Gord Lords, we get the Banished Knights with, like, interesting builds, like there's still some inspiration out there, there's still some fun to be had, and even some of the Meta Lords, they're not that bad, like, come on. Like, sure, there's a lot of meta out there, but I respect it. We're just grinding. We're all having a good time. We're all having fun. I don't know why he did that buff. Not going to come in handy against my character who does 0 magic damage and just pure physical damage, but you know, we're hitting near the end of the video, and I think I mentioned it at the start, but numbers are low, so anything helps, and by that I mean like, subscribe, share, comment, lots of comments. I read all the comments, I respond to all the comments. We have a little bit of fun here, we meme here. But that said, if you don't want to do any of that, that's okay too. What I do want you guys to know about is I'm live streaming again, but I'm not on Twitch for now. I am on YouTube for at least the rest of the summer. I wanted to give it a try. I'm enjoying live streaming on YouTube. We're getting a bit of growth out there, and we already hit YouTube partner for live streams, so that's really cool. And once we hit 1,000 subs, we'll be able to apply for full partnership, and then your boy will actually be a real YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So you guys would be doing me a huge favor if you went out and subbed to this channel or told your friends to sub to this channel. Don't expect just Elden Ring though. I'm going to be dabbling in other games or Souls-like games, especially since Armored Core is coming out. And but there's still a lot of builds that I want to put out. There's still a lot of series I want to put out and finish. Recusant Revelries. We're trying, listen, I'm trying to follow the dopamine, and I don't like the build for it, but we might just do a revamp of Recusant Revelries and just do an entire, new one. And that's how we end it, with Phantom Slash coming in clutch with the Phantom range, stalemate. And that's how I feel about this. It's a good Ashe. You guys need to try it. Try it for yourselves, and I hope you guys get some good fights. But until then, here are the stats. Right there on screen. It's a strength build. And here's the equipment used. Again, basic strength build. But that's it, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.
Subscribe to Big Buppo's YouTube. You must. Or tickle your toes. I will.